Now we'll
Thank
move
you,
on
ma'am.
to the next session on temple culture and agamas. And in this session, actually we are advancing Sambhavi Shanmugam ji as the first speaker because she has exams. She has to, after her paper presentation, she has to go for her examinations. So now Shambhavi Shanmugam ji, the role of Sthala Vṛkṣa in Śaivāgama temples and the community worship. Over to you, Shambhavi ji.
Namaste, sir. Namaskaram. A very good morning to all the honorable members. I'm Sambhavi Shanmugam. I have completed my undergraduation in Sanskrit. I'm pursuing MA in Madras Sanskrit College. I'm blessed to present my paper on the role of Sthala Vṛkṣa, in Śaivāgama temple and community worship. Hinduism as a tradition of tree worship and sacred groves, seals found in the Sindhu-Saraswati civilization point to the prevalence of tree worship. The Saptamatrika seal with the goddess emerging from a tree shows the association of deities with trees. Even today, we can find the Saptamatrika in temples along with the sacred trees Sthala Vṛkṣa. Sthala Vṛkṣa and Agamas. The Agamas also accord a special place to the Sthala Vṛkṣa in temple worship. The temple tree is considered sacred and not to be disturbed. The temple tree is considered to have many spiritual powers and said to bestow fertility and prosperity. It is one of the places where the deity can reside. The linga under the tree is to be worshipped specially. Vṛkṣa Puja Vidhi. The Śaivāgama teaches that the worship of trees bestow long life, prosperity, progeny, and abundance. It is of two types, Samanya, regular, and Vishesha, special. Regular worship is the worship of the holy trees, Ashwatha. Special trees is the worship of the trees, temple that have the presence of deity. Shambhu Sanidhyam. Process of Vṛkṣa Puja. Worship of the tree should be done in daytime. The Acharya does ritual cleansing and does Punyaha Vachanam. Worship is similar to
Punyaha
Vachanam. Worship is similar to that of worshipping the linga because the tree is said to be filled with Shiva. Vṛkṣam Shivamayam Dhyatva. Benefits of Vṛkṣa Puja. Worship of 1, 2, or 3 times a day is prescribed. Worshipping the tree 3 times a day continuously is said to take one to Shivaloka. In many temple towns, the name of the town is derived from the Sthala Vṛkṣa, that is believed to be the predominant species in that area. For example, Chidambaram is also called Tillai, after the forest of Tillai trees. The name of the deity is also derived from the Sthala Vṛkṣa in many temples. For example, Lord Mullai Vananathar, Tirukarukavur, is called Lord of the Mullai forest, after the temple creeper Mullai. Examples based on names and deities. Mangadu, Mam plus Katu. Ma means mango. Deity goddess is Kamakshi. Tirumullai Vayil. Mullai means jasmine. The deity is Mullai Vananathar. Thiruverkadu, Vel means name. Goddess is Karumariamman. Tiruvalangadu. Al means banyan. Lord Vataraneshwarar. Thillaivanam Chidambaram. Thillai means Thillai and Thillaivananathar. Sthala Vṛkṣa is also considered to be a spiritual center. People believe that Sthala Vṛkṣa bestows fertility and other benefits. Spiritual center. Even in the Vaishnava tradition, the Sthala Vṛkṣa plays an important role. For example, in the Karunakara Perumal temple, the Saint Ethiraja is said to have been initiated under the Sthala Vṛkṣa, the Vakula tree. The land is also named Vakularanya Kshetra, believed to have been a forest of Vakula trees. Biodiversity conservation. The temple trees also serve to protect rare species of plants, as explained in the extract from an article on the website of CPR Environmental Education Center in Chennai. Rare species also preserved and worshipped as Sthala Vṛkṣas. Among the few that are valued as genetic resource. The Vṛkṣa of Jambukeshwaram is Venwale, which bears a white fruit. And in their paper, the temple tree of Chidambaram and environmental heritage, Krishnamurthy and Murthy discuss how the Sthala Vṛkṣa of the Chidambaram temple is morphologically and histologically similar to an important mangrove vegetation species of the Coromandel coast and how that contributes to environment conservation. They also discuss how the Chidambaram temple symbolized as it were concepts of the biosphere, environmental sanctity, and the evolution of the cosmos. The temple has apparently been developed in the midst of practically out of a natural ecobiome of a coastal forest supported by the faunastic and floristic wealth. Social embedding. Veneration engenders admiration that fosters an attitude of protection. Vasudha Narayanan argues that the Sthala Vṛkṣa symbolizes all trees and reminds pilgrims that all trees are worthy of respect. In a paper, Hindu tree veneration as of mode of environmental encounter, Lewis Fowler Smith calls it living art, and that the tree is perceived as a form that houses of sacred and thus is protected. Even the most rapacious Indian businessman would not dare to cut down a sacred tree, which is recognized through its adornment. To walk through the natural environment and stumble across one of these transformed trees can be profound experience for the beholder and experience that involves all the senses. This living art is available to all. Ritual connectedness. Lewis Fowler Smith explains how rituality fosters a connectedness. This ritualistic engagement broadens the way society approaches the approaches the tree. If this tree is destroyed, the community not only suffers economically and environmentally, but also loses a sight of beauty, sacredness. Medicinal properties. Punnai, Kapalishwara temple, Punnai Vananathar. The Punnai seed are rich in oil, which was once used to light lamps and lanterns. Oil is believed to cure ulcers, scabies, berries, and was used as pain reliever for leprosy, leprosy through intramuscular injection. The bark has antimicrobial effect, so its decoction is used to wash painless ulcers. The juice is taken internally and stop internal or external bleeding. Snuff from the leaves is believed to relieve giddiness and headache. From Purana and other literature. Vasudha Narayanan talks about the story of how a tree is considered equal to 10 suns. In the story from Matsya Purana, already shared yesterday. Story of Sundramurti Narayanar and the false promise. Sundramurti Narayana requests the Lord of Tiruvattrur to move the Sthala Vṛkṣa because he wants to make a false promise to his beloved Sangali Nachiyar in front of the sanctum. But the Lord makes a twist in the tale for forewarning Sangali Nachiyar that she should change the venue of the promise under the Magiram tree. Madurai temple, Kadamba tree in Madurai, Indra performed a penance in the Kadamba grove, worshipped a Swayambhu Shivalinga under the Kadamba tree. Temple built around it is the Madurai temple. The goddess is also called Kadambavana Vashini. Kanchipuram, Kanji Ekambareshwarar. The ancient mango tree of the Ekambareshwara temple is said to give different tasting fruits in 4 different branches. The Sthala Purana states that the Devi did penance under the tree in front of Shivalinga made by her in order to marry Lord Shiva. So people conduct the marriages of their family under the sacred tree as well. So I conclude that the Sthala Vṛkṣa is verily considered as divine as a deity in the sanctum. According such a special place, the sacred trees ensure that they preserve biodiversity and also that they are used by people for their many special medicinal properties. Thank you.
Thank you, Sambhavi Amma. Such a nice paper. Very good. I think everyone was also excited and inspired by the paper. Such a rich collection of Sthala Vṛkṣa related. Thank you very much. Are there any questions? Let us check if there are any questions. Himanshu Shukla is congratulating you for a good compilation, and he wants a PDF file of this paper. Okay, so you are very young, so it is promising for us that the next generation is getting ready for this kind of work. Wonderful work. All the best for your examinations today, your semester examinations.
Thank you, sir.
Do well in the examinations.
Thank you. Namaste, sir.